Hey YouTube, Rook here from Rook Geek Goodness, my little channel web for all things geeky and cool. Welcome back to the channel, guys. Welcome back to our Funko review and unboxing video, and I'm really excited, super hyped to talk about these four characters right here. That's right, I finally got my hands on all four of them. The Atrociraptor attack squad from the Jurassic World Dominion movie that just came out a few short weeks ago. I got my hands on three of the characters. The fourth one was a little trickier to get my hands on, but I'm finally happy to get all four of them into my collection, and these are all exclusive versions of the Atrociraptors. There are some common versions, which we'll talk about that shortly in our breakdown segment. Speaking of breakdown segments, we do a full breakdown of these boxes and these characters. And the very first thing we do in the breakdown segment is look at the packaging and presentation. I'm going to first focus on this side and work my way down and then go over here. I'm going to start basically from top to bottom, So let's first start, when we start this out, we're going to start on this side here with red. I'm going to do some B-roll of all the packaging so you can see that in 360 on my turntable. So keep your eyes on that, which will be implanted in the middle of this video here. You'll see the shots kind of picture-in-picture show up. So let's talk about this character right here first, is red. Again, this is side-loading packaging. I like side-loading packaging. It looks really cool. Jurassic Park / Jurassic World Dominion pops use this all the time for both characters and dinosaurs, but this is one of the kind of hallmarks they do for this particular line of characters is this side-loading design, which I really like. So again, this is the Pop movie line here. Again, we have the exclusive version here, which is the Books of Million version of the character Red. This is the only variation that comes for Red, is the Books of Million exclusive. So I said before, there are some common versions, there are exclusives, and this is an exclusive only variation. Pop number 1217 or 1217. The all-important Jurassic World Dominion, and the name at the bottom, Atrociraptor Red. Over here we have a shot of what it looks like saying Atrociraptor Red. Over here, same deal, and on the top you have Atrociraptor Red as well. Great window box design right here in the front again, and the back of the packaging right here is all the characters that are available in that particular wave in this sort of blue and brown color. I like the way it looks there. You have also the Jurassic World Dominion here and a shot of Red on that side. Going down next below her, which was the character of Ghost, probably the most unique of the Raptors because it's an albino character, and I said, you know what, this guy looks really awesome. I like the design. An all-important Target exclusive sticker. You can only get this variation of Ghost at Target, and the only difference between this version and the common version that I can possibly see are the hands. The exclusive versions, the hands are basically outstretched. The common version, the hands are down. So I believe that you can see that the hands are down on the red version, which we'll see when we take them out of package. The hands are in this down position as opposed to Ghost where the hands are straight out. That looks to be the only difference between this version and the common version. I tried looking at the head, is it open or not, same eye color, same deco design, everything is the same, the feet are the same. The only thing different is the hand and of course the all-important sticker. But I wanted the exclusive version of all the characters. Again, Pop Movies, Pop number 1219. Again, the Target sticker right here. Nice shot of Ghost right here. Atrociraptor Ghost, Jurassic World Dominion. We have, of course, a nice shot of her here, or him. A nice shot right there of Ghost. Again, Atrociraptor Ghost on the top. Back of the packaging, same deal we saw before. Same design, same deco for the paint job. Again, nice shot of Ghost here. Jurassic World Dominion right here. Great design for Ghost. Love the way this character looks. Looks awesome. So that was the exclusive version. Coming back to the other side, Panthera is the next one here. This, again, is a Target exclusive one, and this is sort of a misprint here. This label was done upside down. There was no way for me to tinker with this. I didn't try to take the sticker off and flip it. I bought it like that. I'm looking through all the characters there that had multiple versions of the character of Panthera. I wanted the upside down sticker because it just looked different. I said, you know what, that looks cooler. Is it more valuable? I don't know. I think it would be the same price, personally speaking, but I said, you know what, it'll make it more unique and more different. Again, Pop Movies, Pop number 1216 or 1216. Again, a nice shot of her right here. Jurassic World Dominion right here. You have Atrociraptor, Panthera listed right there. Over this side, we have, of course, Panthera. Same deal right there. Same deal, Atrociraptor, Panthera there. Back of the packaging, same as we've seen before. We have a shot of her here. Jurassic World Dominion on top, and all the characters in that wave. Again, with that blue and brown deco design on the back. And last but not least, we have the character of Tiger. This is a specialty series exclusive, meaning you can get this version of the character, that specialty series. And this is a little bit different because the mouth is wide open. I didn't talk about it, but Red and Tiger here both share basically the same design, the same buck. The headers open for both characters. They basically share the same thing. Same thing for both Panthera and the Ghost character. The buck and design are identical for both those characters. I just want to let you guys know that now. Coming back over to Tiger here. Again, specialty series, looks really great. Mouth open, Pop movie design. 1218, so it's 1218. Again, Atrociraptor Tiger at the bottom here. You have Jurassic World Dominion. A nice shot, all right, the character looks like here. Again, we have Atrociraptor Tiger on that side, Atrociraptor Tiger on that side, and of course Jurassic World Dominion right here on the back of the packaging. Again, I'll take B-roll shots of the characters in packaging on 360 so you can see what it looks like. So you get a full kind of in-depth feeling of what the packaging is up close and personal. But I like all four of these characters. I think they look really, really good. I'll bring them both, all of them back into the shot so you can see what they do look like all side by side. And I think they look really great. I love the way they did attention to detail for all these side-loading packaging. Price point, let's talk about price real quick here. Most of these are $12 up to $15. The ones that were more pricey are the ones that would be like, for example, the Tiger here was 15. This one I know for 100% was 15. The version of Ghost and Panthera were, I believe, all $12. This one, Red here, was a little more expensive at Books A Million because it's known as BAM, Books A Million. I didn't know if I talked about that earlier. That's $15. So these two here were $15 a piece. These two here were $12. So let's get all these guys out of packaging, continue the breakdown segment. All right, guys, we have our Atrociraptors out of packaging. Next thing we do in the breakdown segment, we take pops out of packaging, is look at the paint and articulation. Again, I'll focus one at a time. It's much easier to view them that way. I'll both review it, showcase the item, and put it on my turntable so you can see it in 360. Let's first, again, focus on Red, the character from Books A Million, which is this one right here. I love the deco and the design work, the orange, darkish brown, and tan colors. You can see the wash on it where it has both light colors and dark colors. The mouth, that's a gape, great work with the teeth and the tongue. Yellow eyes look awesome there. Love the deco and the sense of detail. This is that shows a mold brother with the character Tiger, which we'll talk about next. But it's the same buck, same design. Love the way they both look. Rather this one and of course Tiger share the same design. Again, looks awesome. Does have a figure stand with these little tiny little arms you can see right here. But this figure stand right here is about the length of the character. You can see how wide that stand is compared to the figure itself. It's designed that way and pegged in the middle of his chest, so it holds nice and flush and tight. It won't rock or fall over. It is secure. I mean, if you pull real hard, you'll pull this out, but this is glued in the middle of its chest, so be wary of that. You don't want to pull or yank this figure stand. It's designed to hold the character and its weight, and it looks really, really good in design and implementation. Let's bring it along on the turntable here so you can see it in 360. It looks really good. Again, I like the way it looks here. Great design, great attention to detail and deco. The scale work looks really, really good, as I mentioned before, especially on the top and the back of the neck of the character. Looks really, really good. The wash in the teeth and the mouth and the tongue looks awesome as well. Great attention to detail. Funko really nailed these Velociraptor characters. They really know how to put dinosaurs together, coming from, of course, the screen to vinyl figure form. Great attention to detail for the character of Red. Love everything about this character. Again, love that mouth. Looks awesome. Red, again, Books A Million pop. Price point of about $15 US. Next, we're focused on the character known as Tiger, which basically shares the same exact body and design and deco, well, not really deco, but same body as the character of Red. The tail is the same, the design, the deco, the buck itself, identical. I don't want to say deco, because the deco is different, but the design itself, the character itself, is basically the same, just with a different paint variant. So let's talk about Tiger here. Again, looks awesome. Again, same sort of mouth design, great tongue, great teeth, yellow eyes again. But you can see where it starts changing up, and you start seeing the tiger stripes across the character. That's what I'm saying. The deco itself is different. The buck is the same, meaning the body. When I use the word buck, I'm talking about the term body. The character's design and implementation is the same, just the paint and deco is different. But again, great looking tail across the back here, more of the brown and a lot of white tannish color compared to the darker browns we saw for the character of Red. Tiger looks awesome. Of course, it looks like a tiger because all the striping color and design, that's where it gets its namesake from. Let's begin. Big figure stand, we talked about that before. Let's put it on that turntable, spin it around 360 so you can see what it looks like. Again, shares the same design with the character of Red. Looks really, really good. Love the design and deco. It does look like a saber, I wouldn't say a saber-toothed tiger, but a normal tiger itself because of the striping work behind it. This, of course, is a specialty series pop. A little more pricey than the common versions. Again, about $15 US for this guy's price. I would definitely, if you're looking for an exclusive, definitely this one should be up your alley. So again, Tiger, great looking pop. Now let's focus on the Target series of pops. Let's focus first on Panthera. This is Panthera here. Again, same sort of coloring that we saw basically for red. This one, very similar design and deco as far as the color goes, and very similar even to this one, to the Tiger. Very similar design when it comes to the color. Very similar. But this one, of course, Panthera, a little bit different. The striping is a little bit different. The mouth work is also completely different. It doesn't have the same buck as this one. The opening mouth and closed mouth design is a little different compared to the other ones. Again, this one shares a very similar design to Ghost, which is some differences between the two, which we'll talk about shortly. Smaller mouth, again, liked what it looks like. The striping, the sort of the work here, looks like scales. Looks really, really good. It looks like a reptile. Looks like a creature you would see in the wild. Again, love the way it looks. The tail curving back looks awesome. The white legs, the little white beady hands here. Now, these hands are different than Ghost's hands. Ghost's hands are extended while Panthera's hands are kind of curling down. There is a version of Ghost which shares the same identical body as this one. And I believe they have another version of Panthera, which is, I think, their common version, which the hands are out. So they kind of switched between the two, between Ghost and Panthera, which I'll talk about that when I finish reviewing Ghost here. But again, love the way it looks here. Great attention to detail and deco. The striping, the dark browns, the light brown colors looks awesome. Let's bring around the turntable so you can see what it looks like in the 360. Again, very similar design to the other three as far as the coloring goes. The coloring is very similar between all three of them. But again, I like this one too. Even the open maw looks different. It all depends on what you really like, because these versions here, these two, are completely different than the exclusive versions. Yes, these are exclusive, but the other two, completely different buck, completely different design. So it all depends really what you're looking for. Me personally, I get all four of them, but I'll talk more about that in final thoughts. So again, this is Panthera here. Looks awesome. Love the deco. And last but not least, let's talk about the Atrociraptor Ghost, the most unique of the four raptors here. And the reason why I wanted the Atrociraptor pack to begin with, I just thought, you know what, this guy looks so cool. An albino raptor, I've never seen anything like that before. A white raptor looks great. Red, deep eyes, you can see it right here. The scale work, just like the other raptors, look really cool. Menacing, looks awesome. The white color with the kind of tan bands that go from the top all the way down the character. That curving tail, which just looks awesome. I like everything they did with this figure. It looks great. Again, the big figure stand, which has the post in the middle of its chest, which all of the raptors share the similarity, that's how they all stand. But I love everything that Funko did with this pop. It looks amazing. Again, it comes in a common version as well, and I'll talk more about the difference between the common version of this one and Panthera shortly. We'll talk about that when I do the 360 after that portion of the video. So let's bring them on a turntable here so you can see what it looks like in 360. It just looks amazing. I love everything they did with this particular pop. Again, cool looking design, white raptor. I've never seen a white raptor before. I've never heard of them even being such a thing. I didn't know it was a real thing until seeing this movie. Now, I don't know if this was in the book or not, but at least from the movie perspective, in vinyl figure form, looks awesome. I love everything they did with this particular version of this character. Again, this is the reason why I got all the raptors, because I said, you know what, this white raptor looks awesome. So let's talk about this one compared to the other variations of both Ghost and Panthera. So, as I mentioned before, these both here are Target exclusives, but they're also common versions of these same characters. The common version of Ghost here looks identical, I believe, to this one, with the exception of basically two things. The hands are in a down position, and its tail would be different than this tail. So you can see the tail is curving sort of this way, and this tail is curving and going down. This kind of is curving and going up. So basically, think of this color on this design. That's what it would look like. This on this's body. That's the common version. Now, Panthera has a common version as well, but her version, or his version, is this color with this design. So basically just flip-flopped it. But again, I think they're both great pops. Now, if you ask me a personal opinion, where do I think what should you do with all four of these characters? Should you buy all of them? Alright guys, final thoughts on Atrociraptor, Red, Tiger, Panthera, and of course, Ghost. What I think about these four characters, is it a buy or is it a pass for these four characters? In my personal opinion, this is a buy. If you like dinosaurs, if you like raptors, if you like the Jurassic World movies, Park or World, I definitely think you should buy these pops. I think they're great pops, specifically as a unit, as a group here sitting on a shelf. Highly, highly recommend it. Yet, two of them are only exclusive. Red and Tiger, the only way you get these pops are exclusive variations. Books A Million and Specialty Series are the only way you get these two versions of these Raptors. Again, Panther and Ghost, there are common versions of them. Price points vary. These two guys here are about 15 bucks a piece. These two guys here are about $12 a piece, so be on the lookout. The price point, you shouldn't spend anything really more than $60 to $70 US. If you're talking about $100 all in for this, I would go somewhere else. About $60 to $70, maybe $75 at the highest point you should buy for these characters here. But I highly think if you're a fan of Raptors, fan of Jurassic movies, get these pops and specifically put them together as a unit. It looks awesome on a shelf. So I hope you like this video review of the Atrociraptors. Give it a like at the bottom page. Click that all-important subscribe button. When you subscribe to the channel, click the bell icon and be notified of latest videos. And of course, last but not least, you click Windows over here to watch more of my content. Take care, guys. See you next video. And bye-bye.